Maxodian, number 73, John Ty, and number 35, Mark Calabas. Arlington has won the opening toss. They have deferred to the second half. Therefore, Acton Boxboro will have the choice in the first half. Acton has elected to receive in the opening half. It's my pleasure to announce that we will be joined this week by our color man, Burke Allred. He has been the spotter for the first 2 weeks. He will have some color commentary during the course of the game. Also assisting us will be Mr. Rod Sparrow, spotting the tacklers offensively and defensively for both squads, and our cameraman, experienced and knowledgeable Joe D'Ambrosia. Some of the keys, talking to Coach Mayer during the course of the week, some of the keys for Acton Boxboro, he thought his team had to stay at a fever high pitch emotionally. He's had 2 tough opening ball games. The first game going down to last minute of play, the second one going a last minute loss to North Quincy. He felt as though his team had to stay emotionally high for today's game. We'll finish with the keys to the game after the national anthem. Continuing with the keys to the game for Coach Bill Maver and the Acton Boxboro Colonials this week, along with emotion, he felt as though he had to get better work from the special teams, particularly the kickoff teams and punt return teams, and the defensive units on those same squads. Offensively, he wanted to accomplish the following things. He felt as though in the first 2 ball games he was able to dominate play in between the 20s, but this week he wants to concentrate on finishing off those long drives that they were able to accomplish the first 2 games. They're going to do a little play action on first down, some misdirection. Obviously give the talented quarterback, strong-armed Ryan Kane some time, and the line must continue to give him some time. And we were just about set for the opening kickoff between the Spy Ponders dressed in their home red uniforms and Acton Boxboro in their visiting white uniforms. Back deep to receive for Acton Boxboro will be number 9, Trey Gullich, number 42, A.J. Pitterino, and number 34, Jason Brady. Kicking off for Arlington Spy Ponders will be number 6, Brian Donovan. Donovan's kick is going to land at about the 10-yard line, fielded by number 9, Trey Gullich. He's going to bring the ball out to the about the 24 or 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Colonials. In on the tackle for Arlington, it was number 5, Daniel Flynn.
At their own 28-yard line.
That's Ryan Kane over center. He's going to hand off to A.J. Petterino. He's going to pick up maybe 1 or 2 in the play. Tackled by number 34, Shane McNeely for the Arlington Spy Ponders. Again, this week, Coach Maver felt as though he had to control the ball for the ball game, run between the tackles, which will set up the play action passes and some misdirection counter plays as long as they can control the ball. Breaking out over center, we have number 55, Sammy Martin. Ryan's going to hand off inside to Dan Rinaldi. Some tough running inside. Blocking on the left side, provided by Sammy Martin, Paul Trischetta, and Ryan Messina.
Carried by number 30, Rinaldi.
In on the tackle for the Spy Ponders was number 20, Andrew Jones. They'll bring up a 3rd and about 1 for the Colonials. Acton Boxboro going to double tight. They're going to hand off to Chris Mahaney, who is the deep back, the I back in the power I formation. It appears he's going to be stopped short of a first down. Number 6, Brian Donovan, and a stop for the Spy Ponders. That's going to bring up a 4th and about 1. Early in the ball game last week, there must have been 5 critical 4th down situations very early in the ball game, and here we want to have our first of this ball game today. Very difficult to read the clock. It's not only at the opposite end of the field that the sun is shining directly on it. That's Mahaney in motion. The handoff is to Rinaldi. It appears he's going to pick up enough for a first down on the left side, following the blocking again of Ryan Messina, Paul Trischetta, and the double tight end in that situation, number 80, Chris Varney.
Play selection thus far in the game. Acton's run 4 power plays where one back leads another through the hole. It's been quite successful so far. First down, Acton.
Thank you, Burke. Again, our color man for today's ball game is Burke Allred. Again, one of the things that Coach Maver wanted to do is run power plays right up the middle, and he's showing that so far. The handoff is inside to Dan Rinaldi. He's going to pick up about 2 on the play. Number 57, Taurus Macedonian on the tackle for the Arlington Spy Ponders. That'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Again, Acton Boxboro in the first 2 contests has shown a great deal of proficiency in controlling the ball, gaining a numerous yardage in between the 20-yard lines, but unable to finish off the drives. Ryan Kane's handed it off to Chris Mahaney. Again, some outstanding blocking provided on that left side by Ryan Messina and number 64, Brian Taylor. A pickup of about 6 on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2, possibly 3 yards.
3rd down and 2.
Entering the ball game, bringing in the play selection for Coach Maver is number 10, John Lucas. He replaces number 9, Trey Gullich. Handoff inside to Dan Rinaldi. He's going to be stopped for maybe a possible gain of 1. He's tackled by number 57, Taurus Macedonian, one of the tri-captains for the Arlington Spy Ponders. And also in the tackle was number 76, Brian Wedge.
Looks like double tight.
It appears again, Acton Boxboro faced with a 4th and a long 2 will go to a double tight formation. Number 80, Chris Varney, has reported in. Another crucial situation where we're 4th and short. The handoff is going to be to A.J. Pittarino. He's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage by the Arlington Spy Ponders. One of the lead tackles for the Spy Ponders was number 35, Mark Calavas, one of their tri-captains. The Spy Ponders are going to take over at the Acton Boxboro 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Operating at quarterback will be number 14, Tim Hirsch. Hirsch's handoff is number 18. McLaughlin, he breaks it out on the defensive side, left side of Acton Boxboro. A pickup of about 17 on the play. He brings the ball all the way down to the Acton 29-yard line. A pickup of almost 20 yards in that play.
Seems like Arlington took a lesson from Acton. They're running power play just like Acton had, and it's quite effective.
Number 35, Mark Calavas on the stop in the carry for Arlington. He's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage by number 80, Chris Varney. A pickup of maybe a half yard in the play. They'll bring up a 2nd and 9.5. That's Hirsch on the rollout and flood pattern to the left. Pass was intended for number 84, Brian Martell. One of the concerns for Coach Maver coming into this ball game defensively against the Spy Ponders was the coverage of that flood pass. A flood pass being where the Spy Ponders will send 3 receivers out here to the left. They'll have one deep receiver at approximately 20 yards, another receiver at 10, another receiver at about 5, and the quarterback has his option of all 3 receivers to one side. That's Hirsch coming out here again to the left. It's going to be thrown up there. The receiver is wide open. Number 6, Brian Donovan. A touchdown for the Spy Ponders. A 27-yard pass completion from number 14, Hirsch, to the wide open receiver down the field. Number 6, Brian Donovan. Again, it looked like Chris Mahaney was just about to put pressure on Hirsch, but before he did, Hirsch found number 6, Brian Donovan, open down the field and delivered the ball right where it needed to be. Trying the extra point for the Spy Ponders will be the person who caught the 27-yard TD, number 6, Brian Donovan. Donovan's kick is going to be up. It's good. Again, very difficult to see, but it looks like so there may be like 4 minutes and 40 minutes left in the first period. And the Spy Ponders have gone out in front on a 27-yard pass from Mr. Hirsch to number 6, Brian Donovan. And that brings the score 7-0, and we'll take a break in the action. Kicking off for the Spy Ponders again would be number 6, Brian Donovan. Back deep to receive for Acton Boxboro would be number 9, Trey Gullis, number 42, A.J. Pittarino, and number 34, Jason Brady. A nice, long, high kick fielded by A.J. Pittarino at about his 5. He's going to return it right up the gut. He's going to try to break it out to the left here. He's going to pick up about 6 or 7, 8 yards on that cut to the left. He returned that ball all the way out to the 33-yard line. About a 28-yard return for A.J. Pittarino. In on the tackle for the Arlington Spy Ponders was number 34, Shane McNeely. And this will be Acton Boxboro's second possession. They'll now operate from their own 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Colonials. A nice return by A.J. Kane's hand off to A.J. Pittarino. A nice second effort. He's going to pick up about 3 on the play, bring up a 2nd and 7.
At this point in the game, Acton is moving the ball into a fairly strong wind. I think you saw that Arlington was successful throwing with the wind. Acton may wait until the second quarter to throw.
Again, it's going to give Acton Boxboro a chance to establish that ground game. Very important. I think one of the other things Coach Maver wanted to do offensively was throw play action on the first down. But again, blowing against the wind, he may want to wait till the second period. That's number 20, Sean Richmond on the carry, bullying his way out for about a 4-yard gain. That's going to bring up a 2nd and about 2. In on the stop for the Spy Ponders was number 77, Brian Patterson. And that'll bring up a 3rd and about 2. Splitting out here to the near side will be number 15, Andy Butler. Play action pass by Kane. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's going to have room here to run. A nice little deke by Mr. Kane. He's going to pick up a 1st down and more. Again, Ryan Kane given initial time by the offensive line, then was flushed out of his pocket, but he showed great athleticism getting out here to the right. He rolled. He could not find the receivers to the right, but he picked up about 12 yards, enough for a 1st down. In the stop for the Spy Ponders was number 12, Rob Morris. Acton will now operate at the Spy Ponder 48-yard line. 1st and 10 with approximately 3 minutes left in the first quarter. The Spy Ponders out on top 7-0. Here's the play action pass by Kane. An initial pump fake. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket by number 50, J.P. Powers. Again, there was that 1st down play action pass, but the Spy Ponders stayed at home. Ryan Kane gave 1 pump fake, but then he was flushed out of a pocket by number 50, J.P. Powers of the Spy Ponders. It appears right now that Acton Boxboro may be a little flat. Again, they're opening 2 contests were very emotionally high-packed ball games, and now they need to pick up their emotions just a little bit here. Kane's inside handoff to Pittarino. He's going to pick up about 2 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 15. And then a stop for the Spy Ponders was number 73, Tri-Captain John Ty. We have a timeout on the field. There'll be timeout Arlington. And we'll take a brief pause in the action.
Timeout. Arlington High School football cheerleaders also have footballs for the mothers of the players.
Returning to action here after the timeout by the Arlington Spy Punters. We have approximately 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first period. The Spy Punters on a 27-yard pass completion TD are up on top 7-0. We have a third and about 15, 16, 17 yards to go. Ryan Kane's going to drop straight back. That's pretty good protection by the line. He's going to deliver the ball here to intended for number 10, John Lucas. Knocked down by number 35, Mark Calavas, a tri-captain for the Spy Ponders. And that will bring up a punt formation for Acton Boxboro. The punter will be number 10, John Lucas. Back deep to receive the punt for Arlington will be number 18, Bob McLaughlin. A good snap. The ball will be fielded by number 18 and fumbled. But I appear he's going to recover his own fumble. Number 18, Bob McLaughlin. And the Spy Punters will take over at the 40-yard line. Again, on their first possession, they took the ball. In the first play, they gained 20 yards. About 2 plays later, the quarterback Hirsch found number 6, Brian Donovan, deep in the end zone, wide open, to have the first score of the ball game. Here's Hirsch on the option play to the right. He's going to pitch back to number 18, Brian Donovan. He's going to be brought down in a nice open field tackle by number 20, Sean Richmond. But not before he picked up about 4 on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 6. Again, I think Arlington turning the coin on Acton Boxboro right here to going to a double tight situation and running the ball right at him.
Here they come in a passing formation with the wind.
Here's Hirsch rolling back here to the right. He's looking deep. He's going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage by number 35, Chris Mahaney. Chris Mahaney putting outside pressure on Mr. Hirsch, making sure he kept him contained inside. Then he was able to throw his blocker off and then sack Mr. Hirsch for about a 2-yard sack behind the line of scrimmage. And that will bring up a 3rd and 7. We have approximately 40 seconds left in the first period. Looked like the right tackle, right guard stood up a little bit prematurely. There are flags on the play.
With 40 seconds left in the quarter, Arlington appeared to be passing that time. I think they want to take advantage of the wind while they've still got it in this quarter.
Hopefully something like that can occur for Acton Boxboro in the second half, because Ryan Kane is one of the more talented quarterbacks that we're going to see all season. He's able to deliver the ball on the numbers. Right now we have a 3rd and about 13 for the Spy Ponders. And I believe that's going to be the end of the first period. And at the end of the first period, the score, Arlington Spy Ponders 7, the Acton Boxboro Colonial 0. And we'll return very briefly. We're witnessing a fine performance here by the Acton Boxboro varsity cheerleaders, in tune and in step with the Acton Boxboro band. All right, we have 3rd down and 13 for the Spy Ponders. Hirsch with the play action pass. He's going to be out here to the right, trying to deliver the ball to number 35, Mark Calavas, one of the tri-captains for the Spy Ponders. In on the coverage for Acton Boxboro was number 30, Dan Rinaldi. And that will bring up a 4th and about 13. Now we have the possibility with the Spy Ponders kicking into the wind. And maybe Acton Boxboro can take advantage of it. Back deep in punt formation for the Colonials will be number 34, Jason Brady. The punter will be Jay Auger for the Spy Ponders. Number 60, 62, 68, 66, I believe, for the Spy Ponders. And we have a timeout for the Spy Ponders. We'll take a brief pause in the action. Back punting for the Spy Ponders is Jay Auger. Pressure put on by number 35, Chris Mahaney. The ball will be down at the Acton Boxboro 43-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Colonials. And again, with the swapping of direction here at the end of the first period, we'll be able to see if Acton Boxboro is going to open it up a little bit and see a little bit more play action on 1st down, taking advantage of the wind conditions here at Arlington. Splitting out here to the left will be number 10, John Lucas. Ryan Kane going back to pass on 1st down, trying to get outside his left end, but number 82, Philip Hawkmoth, didn't let him outside. He's going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage for about a 9-yard loss. That will bring up 2nd and 19.
2nd down and 20 for Acton Boxboro.
Right now, Acton Boxboro needs to get a little bit more emotionally involved in this ball game, as Coach Maver was afraid that after the 2 first ball games, very close contests, that may come here a little flat. Ryan Kane with the pitch back to Mahaney. He is able to fall down on it, but again, another loss of about 6 in the play, and that's going to bring up 3 and very, very long. 3rd and about 25.
3rd down and a long way for Acton Boxboro.
The cool breeze this afternoon tends to make the players' hands a little bit slick, and that ball becomes hard to handle.
That's Mr. Burke Allred with his very perspicacious comments about today's football game. Kane drops back to pass. Again, the offensive line gave him time initially. He's flushed out of the pocket, though, again by number 50, J.P. Powers. And we have a flag on the play. It appears it may be against Arlington. We have a personal foul against Arlington. That was a dead ball foul. That will be assessed. I still think they're going to be short of a 1st down. That is a 15-yard penalty. But that's going to bring up about a now I'm informed by the official, it looks like it's an automatic 1st down. That's an automatic 1st down. A 15-yard penalty, and an automatic 1st down. Maybe Acton Boxboro can take advantage of this penalty here. One of the things that Coach Hanley from Arlington wanted to improve upon from last week's opening game against Burlington was the penalties. A.J. Petterino breaking it outside with his speed. He's going to pick up about 12 on the play. A.J. Petterino bursting out here to his left.
It may be key for Acton to be able to establish an outside game to loosen up the middle a little bit, and certainly to give Ryan Kane more time to throw the ball.
Well, again, I think having talked to Coach Hanley during the course of the week, the coach for Arlington, he thought that Acton Boxboro had a number of weapons in their arsenal to throw at him. And there was a situation where they got A.J. Petterino out to the outside. Ryan Kane's inside handoff to Chris Mahaney. He pulls his way behind the blocking of number 78, Paul Sweeney, who reported in the ball game, and number 72, Jeff Hoole. A pickup of about 9 on the play. In the tackle for Arlington was number 73, Tri-Captain John Tye. Some nice, tough power running inside by number 35, Chris Mahaney. Inside handoff to A.J. Pittarino. Again, a huge hole opened up there on the left side by number 78, Sweeney, and number 72, Hool. And A.J. Pittarino expertly followed his blocking on the left side there and picked up about 6 in the play, enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Spy Ponder 33-yard line. And again, we're going to have a timeout by Arlington. Again, maybe Arlington want to spend a timeout here, but it appears that Acton Boxboro right now has gained some momentum. And with approximately 7 minutes and 24 seconds left in the second period, it is Arlington 7, Acton Boxboro 0. We'll take a brief pause in the action. As we return to action here, it is a first down for the Colonials, 1st and 10 from the Spy Pond, the 34-yard line. A.J. Pittarino takes the handoff from Ryan Kane. He's going to pick up about 3 on the play. He followed the blocking of number 66, Paul Trisketter, and number 52, Devin Kaloy. That will bring up a 2nd and about 7.
57.
In the stop for the Spy Ponders was number 57, Tri-Captain Torres Maxodian. Inside handoff to number 35, Chris Mahaney. He bowls his way behind the blocking of Sammy Martin and number 66, Paul Trisketter. Excuse me, that was number 30, Dan Rinaldi on the carry. He's going to pick up about 3 on the play. That will bring up a 3rd and about 2, maybe 3 yards.
In this drive, Pete, Acton's able to mix up their plays a little bit and establish a little bit of offensive rhythm, which is certainly making it tough on the Arlington defense.
Inside handoff to A.J. Pittarino. He follows the lead block of number 30, Dan Rinaldi. And in the stop for Arlington was number 31, Mike Poncia. Again, maybe the wind conditions up here don't seem as difficult as they may appear, as they may actually be down the field. And A.J. Pittarino was able to pick up enough for a first down that last play. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Spy Ponder. Oh, let's mark it at the 23-yard line.
Double tight.
Here's Acton Boxboro coming in their double tight formation where number 80, Chris Varney, reports in. A quick pitch back here to A.J. Pittarino. He's able to elude the first tackler, but then he's gained tackled by the entire Arlington squad. There must have been 9 tacklers pursuing A.J. on that play right there.
Pittarino on the carry, brought down by number 44, Muscatel for Arlington.
The PA announcer here gives credit to the hit for number 44, Greg Muscatel. A loss of about 12 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and about 20-22. Inside handoff to number 30, Dan Rinaldi. Some tough inside running in behind the blocking of number 55, Sammy Martin, number 66, Paul Trisketter, and number 78, Paul Sweeney. A pickup of about 8 on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and about 12. And then the stop for the Arlington Spy Ponders was number 20, Andrew Jones. We have about 4 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the first half. Again, Acton Boxboro has shown proficiency to gain yardage in between the 20s. Here's the option pass for number 34, Jason Brady. It looks like this. Here's going to be intercepted. It looks like A.J. Pittarino was initially open, and Jason Brady kind of lofted it, and number 34, Shane McNeely, was able to recover and intercept the ball down there at the Spy Ponder 2-yard line. Again, Acton Boxboro showing proficiency to move that ball in between the 20s, but when it came down to when they got it down just about to the 22-yard line, they lost yardage on 2 consecutive plays, and now they have the intercepted pass down here at the 2-yard line. That's number 18, Bob McLaughlin, on the carry. He was initially hit by number 80, Chris Varney, then finished off by number 34, Jason Brady, and number 20, Sean Richmond. A pickup of maybe 1 on the play will bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, with the wind here, if Acton Boxboro can hold them down here and get a short punt, it will cut down the distance that they have to go in to score a touchdown. So again, a good stand here would put Acton Boxboro in good shape. Hirsch appears as though he may be audibling on the line of scrimmage here. There's a flag on the play. Ordinarily, when the whistle blows before the play transpires, it's usually on the offense, and usually it's a free penalty. Although they'll only gain about 1 yard on the penalty. It'll make it, again, they'll repeat the down. It'll be 2nd and about 10 from about the 1 yard line.
2nd down and 11 from their own 2-yard line.
The PA announcer announces here that 2nd and 11. So they're operating about the 1 yard line right now. Need to bring it out to the 12 for a first down. Hirsch is going to hand off deep in the backfield to number 18, Bob McLaughlin. And in the stop for Acton Boxboro was number 35, Chris Mahaney. And we're going to have a timeout used here by Acton Boxboro. Again, I think they're having the same idea that I am, that they want to catch Arlington back here deep in their own territory, particularly with the wind blowing against them, get a short punt, and they still have plenty of time. It appears as though they have 3 minutes and about 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the half. So again, Coach Maver uses timeout very wisely here. Again, it brings up a 3rd and about 9. They can stuff them here, bring up a 4th down deep in their own territory. Again, the wind is blowing in the face of the Arlington punter. One of the officials has just yelled out that we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. A big 3rd down situation here for the Colonials. Need to stuff them right here, force the punt, get the ball deep in the Arlington side of the 50-yard line. We're going to have a slot formation for Arlington out to their left. Number 6, touchdown catcher Brian Donovan. Hirsch is going to deliver the ball out here to number 18, Bob McLaughlin, but he's going to be buried right there where he caught the ball by number 30, Dan Rinaldi. Dan Rinaldi with a big hit here, and it's going to force a 4th down deep in the Spy Ponders end of the field. We have a Acton Boxboro player. It appears as though he's hurt on the play with number 35, Chris Mahaney. And with approximately 33 minutes left in the first half, we'll take a brief pause in the action. Chris Mahaney coming to the sideline. It appears he's coming off on his own volition, so hopefully he'll be able to return to the ball game. Back to deep in punt formation will be number 68, Jay Ozier. The ball, a nice punt by Auger, all the way out here to the 43-yard line. A very nice job done by Jay Auger. He was about 3 yards deep in his end zone. He delivered the ball all the way out here to the Spy Ponder 43-yard line. Nice job by Mr. Auger. Acton Boxboro will take over right here at the 43, 1st and 10. I believe there's enough time. There's about 2 minutes and 38 seconds here left in the first half. Enough time to put one over. This will be a nice momentum gainer for Acton Boxboro. Put one in right before the half. Let's put out here, we have number 10, John Lucas, and number 9, Trey Gullidge. Inside handoff to number 42, A.J. Pittarino. He's following the blocking of number 77, Ryan Messina. Number 35, Mark Calavas on the stop. Acton Boxboro going into the 2-minute offense here. Ryan Kane back to pass. The ball is going to be blocked by number 82, Philip Hockmuth. That will bring up a 3rd and about 5. Still plenty of time left here in the first half. We have 2 minutes and 15 seconds. I don't believe Acton Boxboro has taken out any timeouts, so they have 5 remaining. I've just been informed by our expert cameraman, Joe D'Ambrosio, they have taken 1, so they still have 4 timeouts remaining. Kane back to pass. He's going to be pressured by number 82 and delivered out here to number 9, Trey Gullich. That will pick up enough for a first down. Again, Ryan Kane showing some scrambling ability there as he eluded number 82, Philip Huckmuth, and then delivered the ball out here to the left side to number 9, Trey Gullich. A pickup of about 8 on the play. That will bring up a 1st and 10. And they'll be right at the 30-yard line. And Acton Boxboro will spend one of their timeouts. I believe that's their second, so they still have 3 timeouts remaining with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the first half. Arlington Spy Ponders 7, Acton Boxboro 0. We'll return very briefly. Turn to action here again after that first down pickup from a pass from Ryan Kane to Trey Gullich. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Spy Ponder 30-yard line. Again, Acton Boxboro has the wind at their backs. And we have John Lucas split to the right and Trey Gullich to the left. 2 touchdown scorers from last week. Kane drops back to pass. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket and delivers the ball out here to number 10, John Lucas. But we have a flag on the play. It appears that we're going to have defensive pass interference. It appeared that Bob Morris, number 12 from Arlington, stepped in there just a little bit prematurely, therefore bringing the flag from the official. We have pass interference against the Spy Ponders.
Pass interference on Arlington.
So that will bring up again another first down, automatic first down. That will bring the ball back. The ball is spotted at just inside the 30. We have 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the first half. Kane steps up in the pocket. He's got plenty of room. He's going to be brought down by number 6, Brian Donovan. Again, Ryan Kane showing some great athleticism right there. Again, the offensive line appeared to give him some time. The receivers downfield unable to get open. Ryan Kane stepped up in the pocket. Again, still couldn't find any receivers downfield, and he scrambled for about a 9-yard pickup. That'll bring up a 2nd and 1 from the Spy Ponder 21-yard line. And we have an injured player on the field, and until he's taken care of, we'll take a brief pause in the action. As we have a timeout here in the action, we're going to enjoy another fine cheer by the Acton Boxboro varsity cheerleaders. We have 2nd and 1 at the Arlington 20-yard line. Number 15, Andy Butler splits out to the right. Number 9, Trey Gullich here to the left. We have A.J. Pitterino as the tailback, and the upback being number 30, fullback Dan Rinaldi. Inside handoff to number 30, Dan Rinaldi. I believe he's going to pick up enough for a first down and stop the clock. Acton Boxboro, as they reset the chains, will try to get over the ball as quickly as possible, get off another play here. The clock indicates that we have 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the first half. And we're going to have a timeout, Arlington. Action here, we have 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line of the Spy Ponders. Again, one of the things Coach may want to do is to finish off the drive, and here we have an excellent opportunity to fake inside to Rinaldi. Kane scrambles, but he's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage, led by number 31, Mike Poncia, and number 73, John Ty. Again, Acton Boxboro took this ball at the Spy Ponder 43-yard line after a nice job of punting by Jay Auger of Arlington. But again, they've driven the ball all the way down here to the 18, 19-yard line, and they're being stymied right now. They have to show some guts and grit right here and push it over. We have about 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the first half. Timeout, Acton Boxboro. Okay, we have second and about 14 from the Arlington 21-yard line.
Get out here on this end, 57 or whatever.
Kane back to pass. Again, he's given initial time. He's going to move the ball here to number 89, Matt Stamsky. A pickup of about 8 on the play. Number 42 of the Spy Punters, Brian Dunning, drove Matt Stamsky out of bounds. We'll have a third and about 5. We have about 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the half here. The ball is now spotted at the Spy Ponder 14-yard line. We're going to have bootleg action here. The ball's going to deliver it out to number 10, John Lucas. It appears he's going to pick up enough for a first down, and it will stop the clock as they move the chains. Acton Boxboro needs to get over the ball here quickly to get off another play. The clock is now at about 56 seconds.
Power left.
I think we're going to go power left here as Burke Elrod, our color man, predicts. We have a bootleg here to the right. Kane's going to again be flushed out of the pocket. He's going to look like he delivered it out here to number 10, John Lucas. I think in that particular situation, Ryan Kane was getting rid of the ball. And in the coverage for Arlington, that last play was number 43, Joey Covino. We have 43 seconds left in the first half, while Arlington leading 7-0. Again, a bootleg pass. Kane again unable to find receivers down here in the field. We had out here to the left, looks like a flood route of Acton Boxboro, Dan Rinaldi, number 89, Matt Stamsky, and 34, Jason Brady, had flooded out here over to the left, but it looks as though Ryan Kane's vision was a little bit blocked by uncharging defensive linemen for Arlington. We have approximately 33 seconds left in the first half. The ball is now placed at the Spy Ponder 12-yard line. It will be third down and goal. Returning to action here will be third down. The ball is spotted at the 12-yard line of Arlington. It is third and goal. And Acton Boxboro has just spent their last time out. We have approximately 33 seconds left in the half.
Missing a player.
Reporting in late to the huddle for Acton Boxboro is number 20, Sean Richmond. I think he's going to go in there and provide a little extra protection for Ryan Kane. We have third and 12. And I think we're going to have a delay of game penalty here against Acton Boxboro. Really no excuse for that. They just had called a timeout. They had broken the huddle. I think everyone knew what the play was going to be called, but a player reported late in, and then the official threw the flag for delay of game. And that's going to bring up a third and 17, third and goal, with 17 yards to go at the 17 of the Spy Ponders.
Send them.
Going in motion is number 34, Jason Brady. We have a flood pattern here to the left. Again, Ryan Kane's going to be flushed out of his pocket. He's going to scramble over there to the right. He's going to be brought down by number 42, Brian Dunning. It's going to bring up a fourth and about 7. Acton Boxboro showing a field goal alignment right here. Kicking the field goal attempt will be number 10, John Lucas. The snapper will be number 4, Buster O'Brien. We have about 15 seconds left in the half. There looks to appear to be some motion here on the left side of the Acton offensive line.
Penalty back on the play.
Again, this is all part of finishing off a drive here. We have a scoring opportunity right here. We've taken the ball from the 43-yard line all the way down to now what's the 7-yard line. And we have a situation here where we got to take advantage of this and put some points on the board. Whether it be a touchdown or a field goal, they need to take advantage of it. I believe the penalty is going to be against the Spy Ponders. We have about 9 seconds left in a half. This will bring up a big decision for Coach Maver. The ball is going to be spotted at the... I'm sorry, we have offsetting penalties on that last play. We have illegal procedure against Acton Boxboro and personal foul against the Spy Ponders, so the play will be repeated. I think time is more of a factor here than anything. We have 9 seconds left in the half. Acton Boxboro comes out in the double tight set. They're going to go for it. But before they do, Arlington's going to call a timeout. Again, we have approximately anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds left on the clock. The clock right now shows 3, but whether the official time is on the clock or kept on the field, I'm unaware of at this time. We're going to take a brief pause in the action. All right, here we go. We have 4th down. The ball is spotted at the 7-yard line. It's 4th and goal. There's approximately anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds left in the first half. It appears Coach Maver is going to go for it. Ryan with the bootleg. He's going to have to scramble. He's going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage by number 50, J.P. Powers. Again, the offensive line needs to show a little bit more, give Ryan Kane a little bit more time than that. After his initial fake to A.J. Petterino, he bootlegged out here. But again, the Arlington defense went right through the offensive line of Acton Boxboro. And the first half is going to end with the score, Arlington 7, Acton Boxboro 0. You are now about to witness another fine halftime performance by our varsity cheerleaders here of Acton. We have Candace Bartlett, a junior, Laura Bartlett, a senior, Jason Breslau, a senior, junior Bianca D'Ambrosia, junior Colleen Fenton, junior Carol Kohler, senior Amy Herman, junior Kathy Hosmer, junior Laura Quasmanen, senior co-captain Jane Leonard, senior Betsy O'Brien, junior Amy Palmers, senior assistant captain Lydia Richardson, junior Sydney Rush, junior Heather Russell, senior assistant captain Tracy Ryder, junior Jen Saprell, senior co-captain Stephanie Smith, senior Susie Sundberg, and junior Amanda Exaros. Let's watch and listen as the Acton Boxboro cheerleaders give us another fine halftime performance. A great job by our Acton Boxboro cheerleaders. It takes many hours of dedication, determination to put together a halftime program such as the one you've just witnessed, synchronized to music, and they were in step and in time on all the routines. Halftime with the Spy Ponders again up by a count of 7-0. And our color man for this week, Mr. Burke Allred, has some halftime stats for us.
Okay, Pete, in the first half, Acton, as they've done the last 2 weeks, has outgained the opponents by a considerable margin, both in time of possession, number of plays, and yardage, but we're on the short end of the scoreboard. In the first half, Acton ran 29 plays for a net of 117 yards. Arlington had the ball for only 13 plays and 51 yards, but the key was the 41-yard touchdown pass.
Again, one of the things that Coach Maver has been concerned with the first 2 weeks of play, I think in both first opening action games, Acton Boxboro was able to control the ball and run at will between the 20s. But then when they get down to the 20, their drives are stalled. I think one of the things he's worked on all week was putting the ball across the goal line via either the field goal or a touchdown. And I think another thing that Acton Boxboro needs to pick up right here and identify is that I don't think they've been emotionally involved in the first half. They need to pick it up just a couple of levels right here, play with the same determination and courage they did in the first 2 ball games against 2 traditionally fine ball clubs, Canton and North Quincy. I think they may have been looking past this ball game here with Arlington for next week's Dual County League opening game against Concord. That game will be at 2 o'clock next Saturday. But again, I think if they can direct their attention right here to the Arlington right here in the second half, get a little bit more emotionally involved, we can have a fine ball game right here. And we'll take a brief moment pause here as John Lucas sets up for the second half opening kickoff. And John Lucas has put the ball on the tee. He's ready to kick off. He's back deep to receive for Arlington is number 21, Nick Delton. Number 18, Bob McLaughlin. And number 46, Randy Paolella. The ball is going to be fielded by number 84 of Arlington, Brian Martell. He stopped right there by number 33, Lance Pitcher, and number 12, Ryan Kane. And the Spy Ponds will take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10.
In coming out with an onside kick, Acton's definitely trying to dominate the second half, we can see.
Okay, see if they can get a quick turnover, because again, right now, the wind is blowing in the face of the Arlington Spy Ponders. Number 18, Bob McLaughlin on the carry for Arlington. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage by number 80, Chris Varney, number 34, Jason Brady, and number 66, Paul Triscetta. A pickup of 3 in the play to bring up a 2nd and 7. Again, I think Acton Boxboro needs to recognize right here they need a more spirited second half effort. Hirsch is going to roll out here to the left. He's going to deliver the ball out here. It's going to be almost intercepted by number 30, Dan Rinaldi. The pass had been intended for number 6, Brian Donovan, but a great job of coverage there by number 30, tri-captain Dan Rinaldi. Again, that will bring up a 3rd down and 7. A nice job done by number 35, Chris Mahaney. He did not allow Hirsch to get outside and put extra added pressure against the corners. Hirsch on the draw play to number 18. He's going to be grabbed onto by number 66, Paul Triscetta. The ball carrier was number 18, Bob McLaughlin. A nice job by Mr. Triscetta. That's going to bring up a 4th and about 9.
They're in a 4-3 now. Were they in the first half?
Jeremy Auger is the punter for Arlington. Did a nice job of delivering the ball out in the first half from his goal line out to the 43. Let's see what he can produce now. A good snap, a nice high kick. Spy Ponders are down there to cover, and Jason Brady is smartly going to let the ball bounce and be down. And Acton Boxboro is going to take over at their own 42-yard line. 1st and 10.
Got a break there.
Again, let's see if the emotion can be picked up here by the Colonials. They've stuffed Arlington on their first possession. Let's see if they can maintain it on an offensive drive here. We have 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Inside handoff to number 35, Chris Mahaney. He's going to be stopped by number 50, J.P. Powers.
Next duty on the tackle for Arlington.
Also in the stop for Arlington was number 57, Taurus Magsodian. They're now going to spot the ball behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of about 1 on the play, bring up a 2nd and 11. Number 29, Mike Daly, has reported in as one of the tight ends. Here we inside counter play to A.J. Pittarino. He's going to pick up about 3 on the play. He's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7, 3rd and 8.
Picked up by Brian Wedge.
Number 76, Brian Wedge on the stop for Arlington. Again, Acton Boxboro has favorable wind conditions in this quarter. Number 9, Trey Gullich reports into the lineup. He replaces number 29, Mike Daly. Gullich is going to be split out here to the right. A.J. Pellerino is going to be here on the left wing. We have a bootleg pass. Kane given time. He has Trey Gullich deep. And in and out of his hand. In the coverage for Arlington was number 6, Brian Donovan.
One thing Kane did on that play that we hadn't seen in the first half, he was able to stay inside the oncoming end and was able to get the ball free. If he can do more of that in the second half, we'll have a good passing show.
As you pointed out here in the first half, Burke, I think both defensive ends for Arlington are really stunting in hard and preventing Ryan to get outside. And that play he pulled up before he came across him. Lucas back deep to punt. A beautiful long spiral. Oh, it's going to go all the way into the end zone. That was about a 60-yard punt by number 10, John Lucas. And again, he had favorable wind conditions. Again, the wind could be a factor here.
Last chance now for the 50-50 raffle.
With the touchback on that long punt, 60-yard punt by John Lucas, Arlington will start their possession at their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Spy Ponders. Inside handoff to number 35, Mark Calavas, one of the tri-captains for the Spy Ponders. Number 20, Sean Richmond, and number 34, Jason Brady in the stop. A pickup of about 4 in the play will bring up a 2nd and 6. Again, now is the time to try to play field position as you have a favorable wind at our backs for Acton Boxboro. Keep them deep in the territory, therefore eliminating the amount of yardage you have to pick up to score a touchdown. Hirsch is going to pick back here to number 18, Bob McLaughlin. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage initially by number 30, Dan Rinaldi, helped out by number 20, Sean Richmond, number 52, Devin Calloy, and number 80, Chris Varney. Nice bit of gain tackling there by the Acton Boxboro defensive unit. That will bring up a 3rd and 5. A big important down here for Acton Boxboro. Looks like we're going to have a little misdirection play, counter action carried by number 18, Bob McLaughlin. He's able to pick up a 1st down, a pickup of about 10 on the play. A little misdirection play there by Arlington, something that Acton Boxboro want to do in their own offensive possessions.
1st and 10, Arlington from their own 35.
Misdirection simply means that most of the backfield action goes in one direction, in that instance to the left, but then there's counter action and a inside handoff going back in the other direction with an inside pulling guard. We have 5 minutes and about 20 seconds left in the 3rd period. Spy Ponders 7, Acton Boxboro 0. And the pitch is back to number 18, Bob McLaughlin, showing some good speed here. He's going to pick up about 9, close to 10 in the play. He's going to be tackled by number 35, Chris Mahaney, and helped out by number 42, A.J. Pittarino. Again, a pickup of about 9 on the play, bring up 2nd and 1. Again, Acton Boxboro losing some of the momentum, some of their emotion right here. Need to pick it up.
Let's go, D. Come on, fire up.
Motion over there.
Inside handoff to number 35, Mark Calabas. He's going to be brought down by number 20, Sean Richmond, and number 66, Paul Triscetta. A gain of 3 on the play. That will give Arlington a first down to now operate from their own 48-yard line. Somebody needs to make a big play here for Acton Boxboro. Cause a turnover, get some emotion back into the ball game for Acton Boxboro. Need a big play here by someone. Here's the pitch. We're going to fumble. The ball is still loose. It is as the pitch was intended for number 35, Mark Calabas. It was going to be recovered by number 42 of Arlington, Brian Dunning. Again, we had a chance for a big turnover there, but Acton Boxboro fell short. However, there's a loss in the play. A loss of about 2 will bring up a 2nd and 12. Again, Acton Boxboro needs to take advantage of this break. They lost 2 yards on a miscued pitch out by the quarterback Hirsch. Someone needs to step up here and make a big play. Hirsch on the play action pass, going to be pursued from behind by number 89, Matt Stamsky. The ball is delivered out here to number 35, Mark Calabas, tri-captain. And in the coverage for Acton Boxboro was number 30, tri-captain Dan Rinaldi. A pickup of about 4 or 5 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and a long 7 and a short 8. This is where your senior leadership has to take over. Your captains need to step up here, make a big play, cause a turnover. The pitch is going to be back to number 18, Bob McLaughlin. He's going to be driven out of bounds by number 30, Dan Rinaldi. Also helping out in the pursuit was number 35, Chris Mahaney. A pickup of maybe 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 5. The spy punters going back in punt formation. Number 68, Jeremy Auger. Back deep to receive is number 34, Jason Brady. A pretty good punt by Jeremy. It's going to be fielded by, very dangerously by Jason Brady, as he was surrounded by several spy punters. And the Acton Boxboro is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. And we have 2 minutes and 35 seconds approximately left in the 3rd period with the spy punters 7, Acton Boxboro 0. Reporting into the lineup for number 35, Chris Mahaney, is number 34, Jason Brady.
Get it up in the air.
Ryan Kane with the inside fake to Dan Rinaldi. Pitches out here to number 42, A.J. Pittarino, who turns on the speed. He's going to pick up about 22 yards. And number 42, Brian Dunning on the stop for Arlington. But again, a nice inside fake from Ryan Kane to the fullback. And he pitches out here to A.J. Pittarino, a play that worked last week and scored a touchdown. Operating at fullback now for Acton Boxboro is number 20, Sean Richmond. Inside handout to Richmond. He follows the inside blocking of number 66, Paul Triscetta. A nice job of running, inside running by number 20, Sean Richmond. He's going to pick up 9, possibly 10 yards. They're going to bring in the chains here to measure. But nice inside blocking there provided by number 52, number 55, Sammy Martin, Paul Triscetta, and number 64, Billy Taylor. And we have a measurement for a first down. We'll take a brief pause in the action. As we see the official indicate, they are a little bit short of a first down. After a nice inside running by number 20, Sean Richmond, he picked up 9. It will bring up a second and short. A number of coaches would consider this a free down. You might see some play action pass right here.
Second down and less than a yard for Acton Boxboro.
Inside handoff to number 20, Sean Richmond. He followed the blocking of number 89, Matt Stamsky, number 77, Ryan Messina. He picked that up for a first down. Acton Boxboro, again, on a nice drive, started from their own 20. The ball is now placed at the Spy Ponder 46-yard line. So again, they've already put together a nice 42-yard drive here. Something Acton Boxboro has shown they can do the past 2 weeks. They need to finish off their drives. Ryan Kane, inside handoff to A.J. Pittarino. It appeared he almost had loose handle on that ball. Slowed down just a bit to make sure he had it securely. A pickup of 3 on the play, however, bring up a second and 7.
On the tackle for Arlington. Second and about 6.
Inside handoff on the dive play over the left side, carried by A.J. Pittarino. And on a stop for Arlington was number 73, John Ty, and number 26, number 76, Brian Wedge. That will bring up a 3rd and 5. Again, another dive play tried over here on the left side. The ball is carried by number 30, Dan Rinaldi. He's going to pick up about 1 on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 4.
Mike Ponce on the tackle for Arlington.
A big decision here on the part of Coach Maver. Again, this is something they've shown in the last 2 weeks. This drive here was initiated at their own 20. They brought it all the way out here to the Spy Ponder 45. And now we have a 4th and 5. We have timeout Arlington. Action, that was not a timeout by Arlington. I was not paying attention to the time clock, and that was the end of the 3rd quarter. However, that gave Coach Maver a free timeout in order to discuss strategy with his quarterback, Ryan Kane, pick out a play, and this will be the result of it right here. We have 4th and 5 at the Spy Ponder 45-yard line. The ball is at the 40-yard line. Kane, inside handoff to number 30, Dan Rinaldi. The spot's going to be very important here.
Rinaldi on the carry for Acton.
Number 73, John Ty, was on the stop for the Spy Ponders. And the head official has indicated it's going to be a first down for Arlington. They have stopped the Acton drive here. Again, they started at their own 20, brought it all the way out here to the 35-yard line of the Spy Ponders. But the Spy Ponders are going to take over on downs. We now have an injured player down in the field for Acton Boxboro. Oh, excuse me, it's an injured player for Arlington. We'll try to pick up the number for you and give you the information as soon as possible. But let's enjoy a cheer presented here to us by the Acton Boxboro cheerleaders. Or 73, 75?
75, 73 for captain.
The injured right player. Now getting up on his own volition is number 75, Mike Hogan. We have 9 minutes and 43 seconds left in the fourth period with the score Spy Ponders of Arlington 7, Acton Boxboro Colonial 0. And now the Spy Ponders will have the advantage of having the wind at their back. The only touchdown of the ball game was scored in this direction down here at the end zone to our left. A 40-yard pass completion. Inside handoff to number 18, Bob McLaughlin. He's going to be hit by number 52, Devin Calloy of Acton Boxboro. A pickup of possibly 3 on the play, bring up a 2nd and 7. The pitch is back here to number 35. Mark Calavas, tri-captain, but he's going to be pursued and brought down by number 34, Jason Brady, assisted on the tackle by number 30, Dan Rinaldi, and number 35, Chris Mahaney. Nice quick pursuit angle there by number 34, Jason Brady. He's going to maybe pick up 1 on the play. They'll bring up a 3rd and about 6, maybe 7. We have 8 minutes and 35 seconds left in the ball game. Next week's dual county opener will take place in Concord next week at 2 o'clock. Number 14, Hirsch, able to get outside. Number 35, Chris Mahaney, is going to be driven out of bounds close to a first down. But Chris Mahaney was brought down in a nice block, and the quarterback Hirsch was able to get outside. And there was enough for a first down.
As you saw in that play, Pete, one of the keys to the game has been Arlington's ability to get outside the Acton defensive ends or pluggers, and Arlington's been able to contain Acton.
Very good point, Burke, because the touchdown that was scored, the only touchdown scored today, was when they allowed Hirsch to get outside the left defensive end of Acton, and he was able to throw the ball downfield to his receiver for a touchdown. Inside handoff to number 35, Mark Calavas. He's going to be brought down by number 68, Mark Nagy, and number 20, Sean Richmond. However, not before he picked up 4 on the play. It's going to bring down a 2nd and 6. There's 8 minutes left in the ball game. Again, in high school football, the clock continues to run all the time, and you get 2 or 3 more first downs here, and Acton Boxboro could be faced with a very tenuous position here. They're behind in the ball game. They need someone to step up with a big play here and cause a turnover. Hirsch on the play action pass, able to get out here. He's going to be pursued by number 80, Chris Varney. And Hirsch is going to deliver the ball out here long and wide. His intended receiver was number 85, Dave McErchin. A little bit of pressure put on there by number 80, Chris Varney. That will bring up a 3rd and about 6. That's the first time they've shown any signs of getting to the quarterback, Hirsch. Reporting back into the ball game for Acton Boxboro will be number 89, Matt Stampsky. He'll replace number 68, Mark Nagy. A big down right here for Acton Boxboro. The ball was placed at the Acton Boxboro 48-49 yard line. They stuff him here. They may force the Spy Ponders to consider a punt. Hirsch is going to drop straight back. Looking downfield for number 6, Brian Donovan. And in the coverage for Acton Boxboro was number 10, John Lucas, and number 30, Dan Rinaldi. Again, Hirsch had some time to operate back there, picked out his receiver, but the pass was thrown a little bit high for number 6, Brian Donovan. Back deep in punt formation for Arlington is number 68, Jeremy Auger. Pretty good snap. And a nice, high, long punt that backs up number 34, Jason Brady. He fielded the ball on the 10, and he's brought down by number Brian Dunning of Arlington. And Acton Boxboro has 90 yards here to drive in order to tie up the score here, possibly go ahead. There's plenty of times with 7 minutes and 22 seconds left in the ball game. Now operating at right tackle, offensive tackle for Acton Boxboro is number 78, Paul Sweeney. Inside handoff to A.J. Pittorino following the lead blocking of number 20, Sean Richmond. He's going to pick up maybe 2, possibly 3 in the play, bring up a 2nd and 7. Coach Mava using number 9, Trey Gullich, replacing John Lucas as his play messenger. We have 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in the ball game. Kane with the inside fake to number 20, Sean Richmond. Pitches it out here to number 42, A.J. Pittorino. He's going to pick up about 12 on the play, enough for a first down. He's brought down by number 6, Brian Donovan, number 12, Rob Morris for the Spy Ponders, but not before A.J. Pittorino had a nice reception of a Ryan Kane swing out pass here and picked up about 12. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Acton 25-yard line. Acton Boxboro now showing double tight formation. It's going to be the pitch back here to number 35, Chris Mahaney. There are double flags out here in the play. A nice lead block thrown by number 30, Dan Rinaldi. Let's see what the flags are.
Mahaney on the carry for Acton Boxboro. Number 34, McNeely on the tackle for Arlington.
Number 34, Shane McNeely on the stop for Arlington. Preliminary indication is that the penalty is against Arlington.
Penalty is an offside on Arlington.
Offside would be the indication. Acton Boxboro will accept the penalty here and keep the down. So they'll mark off 5 yards. The down will be repeated. It will be 1st and 5 from the Acton Boxboro 30-yard line.
Pete, what you saw earlier in the dump pass here to the flat, Acton's second receiver out of the backfield is going to have a much better chance of catching the ball because he's coming out into the open.
It sure would be nice to get A.J. outside here, too, against the defense, as they're trying to do right here with Chris Mahaney. He's going to be blocked down on a nice play by number 34, Shane McNeely. The lead blocker on that play was number 78, Paul Sweeney. A pickup of maybe 1 or 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and a long 4.
The speed of the defensive secondary of Arlington's been key for them all day, whether it's in slowing down our receivers or in picking up the ball carriers as they turn an end.
Yeah, they're playing very uptight. They're only about 6 yards back on the defensive alignment. The pitch back here is going to be number 33, Lance Pitcher, showing a little bit of speed, getting outside. Again, one of the things they might want to do here is to loosen up that defense and try to go a little bit wide. And Lance Pitcher has blazing speed, and he showed it right there and picking up the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Acton Boxboro 43-yard line. Number 78, Paul Sweeney, threw a nice block, nice lead block, which enabled Lance Pitcher to get outside. Again, here's the pitch to the left side. The lead block will be number 77, Ryan Messina. We have a penalty on the play, a flag on the play. A pickup of maybe 3 on the play. I have not been given any indication what the penalty might be. We have clipping against Acton.
We have a clipping on Acton Boxboro.
That will be a 15-yard penalty against Acton, a big penalty. After, again, Acton Boxboro, he took over at their own 10, brought it all the way out here to the 42-yard line, and the drive is stalled by a penalty. Being their own worst enemy here in this situation. There are 4 minutes and 44 seconds left in the ball game.
1st and 25.
1st and 25. Ryan Kane on the bootleg. Trey Gullich is open right out here. He catches the ball. He catches the ball at about the 35-yard line. He's going to go. He's all the way for a touchdown. Again, the quick strike ability of Ryan Kane. He found Trey Gullich behind the defensive backs of Arlington. And with 4 minutes and 32 seconds left, it is Acton on the scoreboard. Be a big decision here by Coach Maver as to whether to go for 1 or 2. And they may call a timeout to discuss strategy right here. That was about a 65-yard pass completion from Ryan Kane to number 9, Trey Gullich. We have 4 minutes and 32 seconds left with the score. The Arlington Spy Ponders 7, Acton Boxboro 6. We'll take a brief timeout as Acton discusses their strategy here, whether to go for 1 or 2. For action here, it's been confirmed that was about a 65-yard pass completion from Ryan Kane to number 9, Trey Gullich. Acton Boxboro, it appears, has elected to go for the win here in this situation and to go for 2. Again, some mix-up here in the backfield. Number 30, Dan Rinaldi, reporting late into the ball game. And this is hard to believe that Acton Boxboro spent the timeout after they scored. Some confusion reporting back into the ball game. I can't believe the play hasn't been selected, the personnel hasn't been selected, and they're ready to run a play. But they have to spend another timeout with 4:16 left in the in the ball game. With the score, Arlington 7, Acton Boxboro 6. A big decision here on the part of Coach Maver. Okay, after a second timeout here, after the TD, it appears we're all set and ready to go. Coach Maver has elected to go for 2. They're going to try for the win right here. Big play right here.
Pitcher in,
we have Lance Pitcher at the tailback position, A.J. Petterino at wing.
pitch right.
We have a pitch out here to Lance. He's going to try to use his speed. He's going to be denied. And there's also a fumble in the play. We had the inside handoff to the big fullback, Dan Rinaldi, and he pitched back. Ryan Kane didn't give him the ball. He pitched back here to number 33, Lance Pitcher. Tried to use his speed to get outside. The extra point was denied. We have 4 minutes and about 15 seconds left in the ball game. But I have to go with Coach Maver in that situation there. This is a non-league contest. The score is 7-6. We got to go for a win here. Nothing hurt. The new playoff system this year allows you to play tough non-league opponents such as Arlington, Canton, and North Quincy, having no bearing on the final outcome of possibly getting into a playoff situation. The playoffs this year are determined by who wins your league. And league play for Acton Boxboro will begin next week at Concord at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Kicking off for Acton Boxboro will be number 10, John Lucas. Back deep to receive for Arlington will be number 46, Randy Paolella. Number 18, speedster Bob McLaughlin, and number 21, Nick Deldon.
Acton's lined up in a strong left formation. I'd anticipate an onside kick.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of time left here in the ball game. 4 minutes in a high school ball game can go by very rapidly. So we'll see if we can take a chance here with an onside kick. I don't know if this ball is going to go 10 yards. I think the official is going to rule that it did not go 10 yards. The ball was touched before it went 10 yards. It appears that Arlington will take over right there. The ball being down by number 29, Mike Daly. But on any kick situation, the ball must travel 10 yards. The line official right here in front of us seemed to have a good look at the ball and ruled that it did not go 10 yards. Defense has to come up big and quick right here. Pitch is going to be back to number 18, Bob McLaughlin. He's going to be pursued and tackled by number 20, Sean Richmond, along with number 34, Jason Brady. Number 80, Chris Varney, reports into the ball game. He replaces number 66, Paul Trisquetta. The clock is running. We have 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the ball game. Defense needs to come up big right here and force a turnover. This is the third week in a row that Acton Boxboro has been involved in a very close ball game. Hirsch pass is intended for number 82, Phil Hockmoth, but number 10, John Lucas, showed some fine anticipation from his free safety position and came up and got in between and deflected the ball. Nice play, John Lucas. That's going to bring up a 3rd and about 10. There are 3 minutes and 29 seconds left. The clock does stop on an incompleted pass, so a break there for the Acton Boxboro Colonials. Again, need to come up big right here. And Arlington, I think, realized this is a crucial play here, and they call timeout.
Surprising call by Arlington.
Every week in a row that Acton Boxboro has been involved in a very closely contested ball game. Opening week, all the scoring took place with 1 minute left in the ball game against Canton. Canton scored first after a long punt return. They pushed it over and went up by a score of 6-0. The extra point was wide. Acton Boxboro came back on a 70-yard pass completion from Ryan Kane to Andy Butler, and they scored the 2 points by number 34, Jason Brady. Last week, Acton Boxboro went up on top 12-3. North Quincy came storming back and won the ball game 13-12. And here we have 3 minutes and 29 seconds left in this ball game. Arlington 7, Acton Boxboro 6. Big play situation. Hirsch is going to roll out here to his left. Ball delivered and intercepted by number 42, A.J. Pittarino. A flag is also thrown on the play. But A.J. Pittarino with the ball being tipped by number 34, Jason Brady. Great coverage out here by Acton Boxboro. The ball is intercepted. I believe the flag will be against Acton Boxboro, either blocking below the waist or a clip. We have a clip against Acton Boxboro. They intercepted the ball at their own 34-yard line. This will tack on a 15-yard clipping penalty. They'll operate from their own 19, looks like the 17-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Acton Boxboro at their 17. A fine play by A.J. Pittarino, but the penalty of clipping is going to cost them just a little bit here. There is 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the ball game. We have timeout, Arlington. And we have a pause in the action. Action here, we have 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in the ball game. Arlington up by a score of 7-6. One disadvantage we have going against us right now is the fact that the wind will be blowing into the strong-armed quarterback Ryan Kane. However, we did score a 70-yard touchdown going in this direction. So that will give Mr. Kane and the Colonials confidence. Split out to the left is John Lucas. Split out to the right is Trey Gullich. Inside handout to number 42, A.J. Pittarino. Some nice, tough running behind the interior blocking on the left side of number 77, Ryan Messina, and number 72, Jeff Hool. A pickup of 8 on the play. Acton Boxboro going with the 2-minute offense here with about 3 minutes left in the ball game. Need to get some plays off quickly. Inside handoff to A.J. Pittarino following the blocking of number 30, Dan Rinaldi. In on the stop for Arlington was Greg Moscatel. A first down for Acton Boxboro. The ball is now spotted at the Acton Boxboro 28-yard line with 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in the ball game. Ryan Kane on the bootleg action. He's going to find number 9, Trey Gullich. Oh! And the pass just falls incomplete out of the outstretched hands of number 9, Trey Gullich. That ball was delivered all 40 yards in the air and fell just incomplete. Number 6, Brian Donovan, was in the coverage for Arlington. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Ryan Kane doing some nice scrambling, and he's going to pick up about 9 on the play. Ryan Kane showing some great athleticism. And look as though they wanted to go to the quick pop pass to the tight end, or John Lucas over here. Ryan Kane could not spot him, and then he eluded a couple tackles and picked up close to a first down. Nice job by Ryan Kane. We have a timeout on the field for a measurement with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. It appears they're going to be just short of the first down, and that'll bring up a 3rd and short. On first down, they went for the long scoring toss from Kane to Andy Butler. It fell incomplete. On that time, Ryan Kane looked as though he wanted to go to a quick opener right here on the right-hand side. His receiver was covered, then he scrambled out here to the right. Our color man, Burke Allred, informs me that with 2 minutes and 11 seconds here, we might get a free timeout here. We'll run one play off here, and then we'll have timeout for the 2-minute warning.
But after the one, the clock stops stats again.
Come on, guys.
They might be given a 2-minute warning now. Yeah, they're giving a 2-minute warning right now.
It'll be 3rd down and inches for Acton Boxboro.
I got screwed on that.
All right, the official puts the ball in play. He's winding the clock. Inside handoff to number 30, Dan Rinaldi. He's going to pick up enough for a first down. He's going to pick up about 6 on the play. Again, Acton Boxboro needs to quickly get over the ball here and run off some plays. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Acton 45-yard line. Inside handoff here to A.J. Pittarino. He's going to be stopped by the entire interior line of Arlington. We're going to have a timeout here as A.J. picked up about 1 on the play. We have 1 minute and 48 seconds left in the ball game.
Timeout, Acton Boxboro.
I think the official has just indicated that we have 2 timeouts remaining with 1 minute and 48 seconds left in the ball game, with Arlington leading 7-6.
At this point in the game, Acton certainly has confidence that they can move the ball down, as they've done the last 2 weeks late in the ball game. Arlington, on the other hand, hasn't been faced with this situation of being in a close ball game this late in the game.
Yeah, last week they were involved in a ball game with Burlington where they lost 14-0. Talking to Coach Hanley during the course of the week, he indicated that he had a very young team which took a lot of penalties. They've improved upon that this week, but again, the inexperience of Arlington may show up big here against the experienced team and arm of Ryan Kane. We have 1 minute and 48 seconds left. Score 7-6. The ball is placed at the 45-yard line of Acton. 2nd down and about 9. Kane fakes the inside handoff, delivers the ball out here. It's going to be tipped by the original receiver, number 34, Jason Brady. Then Trey Gullich tried to catch the tip ball, and it fell incomplete. It will be 3rd and about 9. And in the coverage for Arlington was number 20, Andrew Jones. Another crucial 3rd down situation here. We have 3rd and 9 with 1 minute and 44 seconds left in the ball game. Inside fake to Dan Rinaldi. Swing pass out here to A.J. Pittarino. He's going to pick up about 7 on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th and about 2. He's going to be driven out of bounds by number 44, Andrew Jones, and number 73, John Ty. That's going to bring up a 4th, and it looks like an unfavorable spot. It's going to be 4th and about 3. And this could be the ball game right here. The ball resting in the hands of Acton Boxboro's quarterback Ryan Kane with 1 minute and 37 seconds left in the ball game. A big call here for Coach Mava. Let's see what he comes up with. Kane with the dump pass out here to number 34, Jason Brady. Again, the initial inside fake held the linebacker, and Jason Brady swung out there to the left and picked up the crucial first down to keep the drive alive. We have 1 minute and 31 seconds left in the ball game, with the Arlington Spy Ponders up by a score of 7-6. Timeout, Acton Boxboro, and we'll take a timeout here at the booth. Turn to action, and a great play selection there by Coach Maver and good execution by Ryan Kane. A play that had been successful, swinging the ball out to AJ. That time they faked the ball to AJ and swung it over the middle to Jason Brady. Ryan Kane back to pass. It appears it's going to be a fumble on the play, and it's going to be caused by number 50, J.P. Powers. I stand corrected. They're going to call in the grasp right here, and that will be a sack credited to Arlington with a 10-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 20.
Quarterback was in the grass, so he's 2nd down and 20.
And we have timeout Arlington with 1 minute and 26 seconds left. And again, I think Acton Boxboro caught a big break there. It appeared to have been a fumble caused on the play, but the head official ruled that the quarterback had been in the grasp of the defender. So we have timeout Arlington with 1 minute and 26 seconds left in the ball game. It is 2nd and about 20 from the Spy Ponder 43-yard line. 1 minute and 26 seconds left in the ball game. Arlington 7, Acton Boxboro 6. We now have the ball placed at the 43-yard line of Arlington, and it is 2nd and 20. Split out wide to the left is number 10, John Lucas. Kane is going to be flushed out of the pocket and grabbed and sacked by number 73, tri-captain number 73, John Ty. There is a flag down in the middle of the field in the defensive backfield of Arlington. And I believe we're going to have a penalty against the Spy Ponders, something that cost Arlington last week in their opening contest against Burlington. And with 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the ball game, Acton Boxboro may pick up another break here. We have holding, defensive holding against the Spy Ponders. And I believe that also entails an automatic first down. So another big break in the last 2 minutes of play here by Acton Boxboro. The other one being, it appears that Ryan Kane had fumbled the ball, but the official ruled that he was in the grasp before the ball had been knocked out of his hands. And now they pick up a first down on a defensive holding penalty when they had 2nd and 20. So now they have 1st and 10 from the 34 of Arlington with 1 minute and 3 seconds left. Again, the inside fake to Richmond, but again, he's going to be sacked by number 73, John Ty. Acton Boxboro's got to put a body on him with 58 seconds left in the ball game. John Ty, one of the tri-captains from Arlington, is asserting himself big time right here. Somebody's got to put a body on number 73 and keep him out of Ryan Kane's vision downfield. Again, the inside hand fake to the fullback. Pitches out here to number 42, A.J. Petterino. It's going to be close to a first down. He was able to get out of bounds anyway, which stops the clock with 50 seconds left. They'll bring up a second.
Check that, 3rd down and 12.
Excuse me, 3rd down and 12. Another big 3rd down situation here for Acton Boxboro with 49 seconds left in the ball game and the clock is running. We have both wide receivers over here, Trey Gullich and John Lucas. The ball is going to be delivered out here to number 10, John Lucas, and he alertly gets out of bounds. That was a nice ball delivered by Ryan Kane out here to the sideline. ball must have traveled at least 40 yards in the air. It also picked up enough for a first down, and John Lucas very smartly received the ball and then sprinted for the sideline to stop the clock. We have 29 seconds left in the ball game, and we're operating from the Arlington 20-yard line. He's open. He's open. Ryan Kane again had dropped back to pass. Appeared he had plenty of time, and then he had to scramble out here to the right, and he scrambled out of bounds alertly enough to pick up a time stopping the clock. We have 24 seconds left. Again, somebody must have got in the way of Ryan Kane's vision, because it appeared that number 9, Trey Gullidge, was open in the left flag area in the end zone. There's 24 seconds left. We're at the 20-yard line. Kane delivers the ball out here to number 9, Trey Gullidge. It appears it's going to be short, but there's a flag thrown on the play. And here's again the inexperience of Arlington showing up. The pass had been delivered out here to number 9, Trey Gullidge. The pass was incomplete, but it appeared the Arlington player is going to take a personal foul penalty tacked on. Again, that will give Acton Boxboro a first down. Indication is it is a penalty against Arlington, a personal foul, and that may pick up a first down. We have 20 seconds left in the ball game, and this is the third break picked up by Acton Boxboro in the last minute of play. We had a fumble by Ryan Kane, which was overturned by the official. On 2nd and 20, we had a penalty taken in the backfield of Arlington, defensive holding, which gave Acton a first down. And now we have a personal foul penalty after an incomplete pass, which again is going to give Acton Boxboro an automatic first down. And I believe the ball is spotted at the 10. And it'll be first and goal just inside the 10. And there is 20 seconds left in the ball game. And we're going to have timeout, Arlington. With 20 seconds left in the ball game. We have first and goal just inside the 10. We'll take a pause in the action. During the pause in action there, the officials took 4 more seconds off the clock. Again, the official timer is on the field. We have 16 seconds left in the ball game. It is first and goal. The ball is spotted just inside the 10-yard line. I think time is more of a factor here than the amount of downs. Ryan Kane takes the snap. He goes back. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket by number 73, John Ty. I don't know if we have any more timeouts left or not. We have timeout, Acton. Again, I think the timer up on in the booth is a little bit slow, because they only ran off 4 seconds on that play. I think they ran off a little bit more than that. I believe that may be the last timeout spent by Acton. They've used up 5 here in the second half. We have 10 seconds left in the ball game. It is second, and the ball is now spotted at the 13-yard line. It will be second and goal from the 13 with about 10 seconds left in the ball game. Acton Boxboro has received their instructions from Coach Mava. He's going to go over them once again. Arlington is still over in their huddle. They now break. They're coming out to the field. The score is Arlington 7, Acton Boxboro 6, with about 9-10 seconds left in the ball game. This is going to be a heartbreaker no matter which way this ball game turns out. This will be the 3rd consecutive week that Acton Boxboro has been involved in a very tightly contested ball game. They open up their dual county league action next Saturday at Concord at 2 o'clock. Ryan Kane on the spot pass to number 9, Trey Gullidge. It was thrown perfectly into the right corner of the end zone. It appeared the ball was delivered there, but Trey Gullidge was a little bit late in looking up. And it appears we're going to try a field goal here. And we have timeout, Arlington. The very important job here will rest on the hands of sophomore snapper number 4, Buster O'Brien. The holder will be Ryan Kane. The kicker will be number 10, John Lucas. We have 5 seconds left in the ball game. Acton Boxboro appeared they had come out in a field goal formation. The ball is at the 13. When you tack on 7 yards for the ball to be spotted, that would be from about the 20. Then you tack on 10 yards of the end zone. That would be a 30-yard field goal attempt for John Lucas. Three things have to happen here perfectly. The snap has to be good, the holder has to get the ball down, and the kick has to be through the uprights. 3 things have to happen very well here. And here's the snap from O'Brien. The hold is good. The kick is going to be up. It's going to be short. And that's the ball game. Acton Boxboro with 5 seconds left on the clock, tried a 30-yard field goal. The field goal was short, and Arlington has come out of here in a highly contested ball game. The final score, Arlington 7, Acton Boxboro 6. Hope to see you next week at Concord for opening dual county league action at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Thank you, Mr. Burke Elrod, our color man for today. Also helping out on spotting was Mr. Rod Sparrow, and an excellent job done by cameraman Joe D'Ambrosia. We'll see you next week for opening dual county league action at Concord on Saturday at 2 o'clock. See you then.
She actually asked me to kill myself with her. I told her she'd better get some help.
She was always saying nothing mattered to her anymore. I thought she'd get over it, whatever it was.
She talked about dying a lot, so I told her parents. They said she was just a moody kid.
When friends don't stop friends from drinking and driving. Friends die from drinking and driving. Friends die from drinking and driving can kill a friendship.
Here's something for you from Magic 106.7 WMJX. Some bedtime magic from Simply Red.
Understand me like I understand you. Now, girl, I know the difference between right and wrong. I ain't gonna do nothing to break up our happy home. Oh, don't get so excited when I come home a little late at night. We only act like children when we argue, fuss, and fight. If you don't know me by mine. Woman, you got yours too. Just trust in me like I trust in you. As long as we've been together, it should be so easy to do. Just get yourself together, or we might as well say goodbye. What good is a love affair when you can't see eye to eye? Oh, if you don't know me by now, if you don't know me, you will never, never, never know me. No, you won't. If you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me. If you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me.
I've been through so many changes in my life, woman. It's a wonder I ain't lost my mind. And I ain't never said how much I need you, sugar. But I sure need you by my side. My love, just thinking about you, baby, just blows my mind. My love, just thinking about you, baby, just blows my mind. All the time. Life with me, I know for sure it ain't been easy, but you stayed with me anyway. And even though you ain't gonna lose too much by leaving, I'm so glad you stayed. My love, just thinking about you, baby, just blows my mind. My love, just thinking about you, baby, just blows my mind. All the time. You've been my friend and you've been my love. Oh, honey, you're everything I need. You made my love so strong. Now I know where I belong. Oh, girl, you'll never have to worry. Oh, baby, anymore. Oh, my love, just thinking about you, baby, just blows my mind. Oh, yeah. My love, just thinking about you, baby,
Continuous soft rock. Magic 106.7 WMJX, Boston. It's coming up on 9 o'clock now, and I'd like to welcome you with open arms into the second hour of David Allen Boucher's Bedtime Magic.
For the legal